All right, hello. Welcome to week 13 of the semester. Hopefully, as I've been saying the last couple of weeks, hopefully you're all doing well, getting the hang of things, and just taking care of your family, doing your jobs, and adapting to, as you've heard me say several times, the new normal. So I did just want to come through and give you a couple of updates related to last week and then some updates as we move into this week. So just remember, your week 12 assignments are due tonight by midnight. So you do want to make sure that you get those week 12 assignments submitted. Remember the discussion boards centered around the ethical treatment of animals and the debate that you should be having with your peers within that discussion board. So you can go out into week 12, you can see what group you've been assigned to, you can see what particular stance you've also been assigned to, and you want to make sure that you find some information supporting your stance as well as engaging in some healthy debate with your group members around the ethical treatment of animals. So remember, those assignments are due tonight. And then we move into week 13. Week 13 is largely centered around chapter 18, which does continue this idea of hunting and gathering, and is almost the end of the book, which is pretty crazy. So we only have a couple chapters left. It's pretty awesome to know that we're almost done with the omnivore's dilemma. So you will read chapter 18 this week. You've got a discussion board just like normal, centered around some specific questions from that. And then this week you're going to watch a TED Talk called The Hunt for General Tao. And this is really fun, I think. It really kind of does a little deep dive into food culture and what we think food culture means. And so in that spirit of exploring your food culture, identifying what you feel your food culture is, you'll watch that TED Talk and then you'll contribute to this journal entry centered around what you think your food culture is, some cultures and traditions that might exist within your family, and maybe some foods that are associated with those specific food cultures that you hold, and then finally just some of the interesting things that you find about that TED Talk that you watch. Last week was the first week for current student registration, so all of you should have gotten an email invitation from your student success advisor telling you when your registration window was open so that you could register for your fall courses. So usually what we try to do in our QUID courses is we try to line up that time that you're registering for classes with making sure that you know who your student success advisor is and what some of the services are that our student success advisors provide. And so with that, you will complete another badge this week, and it is one of the advising badges called Know Your Advisor. So you will just want to make sure that you go in, complete that badge, and then there are a handful of questions that you will address as you upload that badge. So just make sure that you see those questions so that you can upload that badge with those responses. And that's it for week 13. So make sure now that we are in this totally online modality that you are also responding to your peers' discussion boards. That is what we're using as attendance. I will take a moment and just say that originally I had set out to do these weekly exit tickets, and I looked at the responses last week and they were not very well. So we had 3 students contribute to the weekly exit ticket. So what I'm going to do moving forward is I'll go ahead and give those 3 students some extra credit points for completing that exit ticket. And then moving forward, we're not going to do the exit tickets. It seems like it might be causing more confusion, maybe more work. I mean, really, we're trying to make up for those 75 minutes that we aren't spending every week in class. But I kind of reached a point this last weekend where I had to ask myself where our students are at right now, personally, professionally, emotionally, all of those things. And I don't want this to be one more thing that you're all having to worry about. So moving forward, no more exit tickets. We will just use your discussion boards and your responses as your attendance, and I will just freeze that attendance column for your points here forward. So no negative impacts on any of you. The 3 of you that did the exit ticket last week, be looking for a little center in the grade column that does say extra credit exit ticket. And you'll see some points associated with that since you did complete that task. I do want to make sure that I acknowledge the work that you've done. So no exit tickets moving forward. If you hear nothing else from this video, know that that is the direction that we're moving in. And that's something that I do, right? We're constantly assessing what we think might work. Sometimes we fall flat on our face and it doesn't work. And this is one of those moments. So I hope you're all staying well. As always, if you have questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to me. I've been very, very responsive via email. And I hope, again, that you're all staying well during these crazy, crazy times.